Let's expand upon the previous example and make it a little more complex. First thing we want to do is import Dart.io. Then we'll say directory dir equal directory dot, and you notice how we have some items here. We're going to say system temp dot create temp sync. We have an optional string prefix which we are not going to use. What's going on in this code? Well, we've got a directory class that we're using from the Dart.io package. We're making it dir, and we're going to say directory, and then we're calling the static object systemtemp.createTempSync. So we're going to create a temporary directory synchronously. Temporary directory is interesting. Your computer's full of directories, but you have a special directory which is called the system temp directory. That is where programs write to things temporarily. The operating system typically manages this and can delete it. If you've ever cleaned up your computer, that's really what's going on in the background. One of those directories that's getting removed is the temporary directory. Now we're going to say if dir.exists sync. Okay, let's examine this code before we run it. We're making a directory object, we're calling the static system temp, and then we're creating a temp synchronously. We're going to print out the path, and then we're saying if the directory exists synchronously, very important that we're calling these sync functions here. Otherwise, we have to deal with asynchronous code, which gets a little more complex. Anyways, if it exists, then we're going to print out the path, and then we're going to delete it synchronously. Otherwise, we're just going to say could not find path. Let's run this. Here's our temporary directory, and we are now removing that directory. We could run it again and again and again, and you can see each time it's a different directory name. We're not giving it a directory name. The system's doing this automatically. If we would fail to clean up this directory and we don't delete it, the operating system would just leave it in place until the next time the user decides they want to free up some disk space, at which point the operating system would go back and delete it.